30 years ago, going to college and getting a, high 5-figure job, call it 70 to 100K, was like the American dream.
Yeah.
Nowadays, you're technically a loser if that's how social media makes you feel.
Yeah.
You're a loser if
Right.
you get a job like that.
Right.
And there's nothing wrong with jobs like that, but I think a lot of young guys especially are just like terrified of that outcome, and they just get sucked into these like rabbit holes on social media of like,
Right.
you're a loser, buy my course or whatever. I think
And
it's
at the end of the day, less than 1% of people actually. So like people spend their whole life chasing these things, thinking that's what they need. And the sad part is most people never actually get it, so they spend so much time chasing it and never get it.
Yeah.
There are certain people that get lucky early on, such as myself, where I got it early on and I realized like there's still a void that needs to be filled, and these cars and flashy things did not fill that void.
I think you need to go through that though. Like you'll always hear the billionaire saying money doesn't matter, but I think everyone thought it did in the early days. You know what I mean? And maybe I'm not even qualified to speak on this yet, but from like at least my friend, like I'm like probably the poorest one out of all my friends.
It's a good place
but,
to be.
But that's what they say. Yeah, yeah. And I don't care about money too much. Like I know it'll come, but that's what they say. And I think it's just part of the process. Like everyone's curious. You want to know what it's like. And then once you've gotten there, then you can check it off and go do the other things. But I think there's nothing wrong with like wanting to experience that.
Well, there's
Especially
certainly
when you're
nothing
young,
wrong. There's
you
nothing
know?
wrong with it because it leads you down paths, right? Like
Yeah.
if you don't have something to strive towards, you're going to be stagnant, and if you're not growing, you're dying. So it gives you something to work towards.
Yeah.
But it's the problem is that most people never attain that, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's there are the people on social media that are flaunting things, and I'd say 75-80% of the time, like those people are not independently wealthy. Meaning, like what I define as independently wealthy is that the interest on your liquidity can fund your life, and you
Yeah.
don't need to actually earn any more money to live. And I think a very small percentage of the people that are flaunting things online are actually like that.
Mm-hmm.
But then everyone else that's looking up to them